Good evening, everyone. Welcome. My name is Amy Homsey. I'm calling in from the Tampa Bay area from a company called My Holistic Club. And this episode of the Holistic Highlight is talking about a wearable technology, a patented wearable technology. This patch, this phototherapy patch, we're going to be talking about. I'm going to be bringing on a dear friend of mine and a user also of this technology. But for some of you who don't know who My Holistic Club is, I just want to share with you that we are your premier membership holistic club in the Tampa Bay area. We also have practitioners and affiliates outside of the Tampa Bay area. But what we do, folks, is we're the holistic community coming together to help your body, mind, and spirit, right? Because that's what natural health is. Holistic health is body, mind, and spirit. But we're having that work and come together in an optimal way at a more affordable price. So with our membership, you pay a membership fee of just $14.95 a month. But then you could go to any of our practitioners or affiliates for services and get 20% off all the time. It doesn't matter how many times, it's all the time. So now you can do a lot of those therapies, modalities, go to the salt cave, go get a massage, go to a chiropractor, go to an acupuncturist, right? Go to a wellness clinic, get a holistic facial, and the list goes on and on and on. We have over 50 affiliates. We also have fitness centers, wellness centers, and health coaches where you can save money and get healthier. Also, we are proud at My Holistic Club to have the top products offering for our members and our clients. And with that, I want to bring on our guest this evening. So let me bring Jeff to the stage. And Jeff, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Amy. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Yeah, welcome. So everyone, this is Jeff Campbell. He's become a dear friend of mine and Jack's, he and his wife, Alicia. He's also calling in from Tampa Bay. And I've been on this technology, Jeff, for 5.5 years. And you know my story, right? That this little patch has changed my life. But we're not talking about me today. We're going to talk about you. So thank you for your time and thanks for coming on tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So I just want you to share with the audience what challenges, that you were dealing with prior to being introduced to this technology, how long you've been on it, how you're doing today. But before we do that, Jeff, I just want to do our disclaimer. Folks, just so you know, we're not here to treat anything, cure anything. We're not here to make any medical claims. We're here just to share with you a product that has changed my life and Jeff's life. And because of that, we collectively have changed tens of thousands of lives in 5 years. This is a natural product. It works naturally in your body, but is backed by 90 clinical studies. Okay. So Jeff, share with us where you were before, how you're doing now, then I'll explain how the technology works.
Thanks, Amy. Hey, so I spent 28 years in the United States Air Force. I'm retired. I've been full-time retired since about 2019. Since 2013, I've had more than 8 surgeries. I've had 3 on my knee, 2 on my lower back, 1 on my neck, carpal tunnel. I've had an elbow surgery.
Wow.
My entire lumbar is fused. My neck is fused. And all of that came with tremendous neuropathy in my legs from the knees down. I've been numb, tingling, and in pain for many, many years. My back and neck pain was just excruciating. The kind of pain that would kind of take you out of being a productive member of society. It wouldn't let me get out of bed comfortably. I couldn't sleep well. I look at stairs and I would cringe. Really, Amy, it's the kind of pain that nobody should have to deal with that.
Well, first of all, thank you for your service. I know that was a very challenging time and a rewarding time, as well, but thank you for your service.
Thank you. And then in 2006, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and it was just kind of the time in life when you start that aging process,
Mhm,
and that
mhm.
many years in the military and all the stress that comes with that, I suppose. Blood pressure, cholesterol, everything's on the rise. I was diagnosed with in allergy-induced asthma. I have allergies. I've been allergic to just about every tree in the forest. So
Mm,
I've been on medications for all of those, and over the years, probably a total of 11 medications, to include pain medications for
wow.
all my chronic pain. Um, and to kind of cap all that off in 2019, I was diagnosed with a chronic blood disorder. Okay. And so I was told that I had to use a medication for the rest of my life. I was going to be, it was survivable, but I had to be on a medication for the rest of my life. Well, this medication came with its own set of brutal side effects, nausea, cramps,
Mm.
just the whole
They
nine.
they usually do, unfortunately, right?
Yeah. And so I went through about 3 years of ups and downs, um, lab numbers climbing, going back down. And eventually my doctor felt like, you're becoming really resistant to your medication. I think your body's done with that one. We're going to have to kind of start with a different medication and go through this process again. Well, fortunately, that's when I was introduced to that patch that you were holding up,
Mhm.
LifeWay.
We like to say the power of the patch,
The
right?
power of the patch.
Mhm.
And you can see the smile on my face because it,
The power of the patch.
it changed my life, right? So uh, that was in 2022 uh, that I was introduced. I started early in 2023 wearing the X39. And within just about a week to 2 weeks, all of my pain went away. It was absolutely it was really crazy because I was walking around, which I was pretty limited in doing. And Alicia and I were just out and about, and I looked at her and I'm like, I'm not in any pain anymore. There's something's wrong here. This can't be right. And so the reason I started those patches was because of my blood disorder. Honestly, I had no idea that it could help me with my pain or any of those
Mhm,
kind of things, but the pain went away first. And
mhm.
so about the 90-day point, I got some blood work done from my doctor, and he's like, interesting. Did you see another doctor? Have you tried some different medications? I'm like, no, I haven't really done anything. He's like, that's kind of phenomenal because whatever you had is now undetectable.
Wow, wow.
And and I'm happy to say it's been undetectable ever since that. So about a little more than a year and a half now, it's been completely back in its box and hasn't come back out. And so no more pain, no more blood disorder. Fast forward just a little bit to about the 6 or 7 month point, and I started to realize that my blood pressure was starting to balance out and everything was starting to feel different. So um, I'm now off all my blood pressure medicine. I'm
Mhm,
off my
mhm.
cholesterol medicine. I'm off my allergy medicine. And these
Wow,
medicines have been gone now in my life for over a year. Uh,
wow.
I still
And
get,
your liver thanks you, by the way.
oh, yes, it does. And so I still get blood work done every 3 to 6 months because of my blood. And
Mhm,
all my blood work is perfectly normal. All my organ functions are right on par. And I just know that the body has gone back into balance, that homeostasis.
mhm,
Everything is working together properly. Life
mhm.
is good. Amy, I'm 58 years old, and I
Mhm.
really feel like I'm 30 years old again. And it's just been
Wow.
amazing.
So we're about the same age. I'm a year older than you. So I'm 59 and a half. But I'll tell you, Jeff, you do look younger. And I like to tell everyone that's a side benefit, right?
Yeah.
Because I started wearing this technology 5.5 years ago, not because of the looking younger part, because I had my own challenges, right? So, but wow, that is amazing. It's about quality of life, Jeff, right? It's about giving people hope, quality of life. And, folks, this is Jeff's story. We're not making any claims here. We're not saying that this is going to happen exactly this way for you, right? But to your point, when you bring the body into homeostasis, when you bring it into balance, when you give the body what it needs, a lot of times it can recover, it can rejuvenate, it can renew. So, that's just incredible. So, folks, this is a non-transdermal patch. There's no medicine, there's no chemicals, nothing's going in your body. It's called phototherapy. And the best analogy, Jeff, that I've heard and that everyone can understand is like when you go out into the sun hits our bodies, and what happens? It naturally activates vitamin D, right?
Right.
So, we have 90 clinical studies, 200 patents, a global product. You and I have been blessed to have this in our life. I like to call it in my arsenal, right? In my arsenal. So we could tell more about this another time, or anyone who wants to contact us to get more information. But it is technically activating some master cells and some peptides that may not have been turned on in a while, right? As we age.
Right.
And those things decline, like most things, with every decade. So now we're putting younger cells on older tissues, so to speak, making those older tissues what? More youthful again. And you don't know what's going to happen. I know your sleep has probably improved, because mine has, and so has everyone else's. Sleep, energy, mental clarity, right, Jeff?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, much better. Much better sleep.
Yeah. And that's, America, or Americans are stressed out, they're not sleeping, and they have a lot of discomfort. So we there is hope out there, and that's the whole message, is that there is hope. And I just want to ask you one more question, Jeff. We came together through this technology. You found out about My Holistic Club, and you came to me and you told me, what your thoughts are of it. So I would just like you to close with, what you see or what you like about My Holistic Club.
What I love about My Holistic Club is it's a community of trusted professionals. And you know as well as I do in our business, people like to work with those they like, know, and trust. Mm-hmm. And so the holistic world can be scattered all over the map, but when you can find a community where there's like-minded people, mm-hmm. and the referrals are already there, the references, and they're just simply trusted within that community. To me, that makes all the difference in the world, because now I don't have to bounce from one place to another and kind of see who I can connect with. People have already made those connections, and we can trust that inside that community, we're going to get what we expect to get. The discounts are awesome as well, mm-hmm. but I think it's the community together. Just having that trusted community. I don't have to go searching. I can go straight to My Holistic Club. You have a list of all of your affiliates categorized in there. It's a very easy and simple process. And so it's convenient, it's respectable, it's credible, and I just love it.
Well, thank you so much. We work hard, and we're expanding. You haven't seen anything yet. There's a lot of plans on the horizon. The goal, Jeff, is just to let people know there's all kinds of modalities out there. Let's explore alternative and natural health. It can work in conjunction with Western medicine, right? But now you can save money and explore. So I personally want to thank you for coming on here. I'm so happy for you. We've known each other for a couple of years. I've seen your journey, and I love it. You're helping a lot of people. You and Alicia are getting healthier and stronger, and you're going to go out there on this mission. So thanks again for joining us. And folks, thank you for listening. We want you to be well and stay healthy.